Alright, so making this video, I just want it to serve as a warning to anyone else trying to bring a drone into Ethiopia. I tried to bring one, it got confiscated despite there not being anything online about bringing a drone into this country. It was confiscated and I'm like, okay, whatever, I don't get to do cool drone photos and videos, but it's not a big deal. So on the way out, they gave me a receipt at customs, basically said, come get this when you want to leave the country. And I said, okay, that's not a problem. So I come back, I'm at the end of my trip, I come back and I am taken all over the airport. I'm pointed, no, you have to go here. So I go to the international section. They're like, actually, no, you have to go to domestic arrivals to go to customs. So I go to domestic arrivals. Then I wait in a big line, give them the paper that they gave me when they took my drone, and they said, no, this is not valid. You have to go get it stamped by these people. So I go over, wait in another line, and this guy is, you know, looking over the paperwork, kind of scrutinizing everything, and he's on his computer, like Googling stuff, it looks like. I can't really tell exactly what's going on. He has a calculator out, he's writing down all these numbers. Turns out he's Googling the price of the drone, and he's trying to charge me a 5% import fee. So even though I didn't get to import it, or even bring it into the country, he's trying to charge me 5% tax on everything. I tried to fight it, but there was no way I was getting out of it. So they're like, okay, you have to pay this now and go pay the short woman. So I have to go, I'm like, short woman? I'm like, what are you talking about? So I have to run all over customs to try to find the short woman to pay her, or to argue with her about paying her. She says, no, you have to go to the bank. I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna leave the airport and go to the bank. Turns out she meant the ATM. So I go to the ATM, I have to take out $33 is what they decided, the tax I had to pay. So I take out $33, go pay, stand in another long line, go pay, argue with this guy about not having the correct amount of change. He writes something on my import paper, gives it back to me. Then I go stand in another long line to get taken again all across to the other side of the airport. Wait another long line, get my drone. First they have to find the drone, that takes another 30 minutes. Then they have to verify it's mine. Then I have to suddenly pay another new fee. They have to say, okay, this is a holding fee. Now you have to pay another $10 for the amount of time we held it for. And I'm like, what are you guys talking about? Now I have to go to the ATM, I have to get charged another $5 by my bank. And I was like, this is stupid. So I'm arguing with them. Thankfully, that guy, he knocked it down to whatever the amount I had in my pocket was. So all in all, I've been at this for 3.5 hours. Finally, I get my drone back. I put it in my bag. I think that's the end of it, but no. A policewoman has to escort me across the entire airport to then print out a boarding pass. She starts arguing with me about which line I have to get my boarding pass in, and I'm like, I don't need to stand in a specific line. Like, have you ever, like, you work at the airport, how do you not know this? So I just go to the self-serve kiosk and print out a ticket, and she's like, no, you have to check your bag now. I'm like, what, I need to check my bag? Apparently she was terrified or like really worried or concerned that I was going to bring the drone back into the country. Like I had paid all this money, I showed up at the airport, and I was gonna then take it back into the country. So she had to then escort me into the immigration line and then watched me go through immigration to make sure that I actually was not coming and bringing the drone back into the country. It's really, really annoying. Cost me way too much money. So this is just a fair warning. Do not bring your drone into Ethiopia. It will get confiscated and you're going to have to deal with a giant fucking hassle. Took me almost 5 hours altogether for all this crap. Fair warning.